Hey everyone, welcome back to RJK English, or we should say RJK Hindi, right? You're going to know Devanagari really soon, and that will help you a lot with your learning of Hindi. I got a lot of sun over the weekend, so I hope you had a great weekend. It was very hot, and we were at a party, and I got a lot of sun. Okay, last week or last lesson, we learned about retroflex consonants. So these are the sounds that we think of for South Asian languages. Usually our T for English is right behind the teeth here in this alveolar ridge, we call it. And it's a T, and D right here. Now we all know that Spanish speakers usually will use a softer T, and we wonder, what is that? It almost sounds like a th when they say T. They say Latino, because their tongue, the tongue blade, this is the tip of the tongue, this is the blade of the tongue. The blade of the tongue is touching the teeth a little bit, like when we say th and the. Theirs are touching almost like that, da, da. Well, in Hindi, here's how Hindi's special. It has da and it has da. It has da and it has da. It has ra and it has ra for R's, okay? So that's what we're learning today. So we're switching from retroflex to dentals. Now, with that said, I have mentioned it before. For Hindi speakers, when they hear English T's and D's, not the R, forget the R. Our R is really weird. But when they hear our T's and D's, they hear retroflex because that's their hard T and D. Okay, I'm going to write them out. And you know what? We're going to put the R in here as well. We're going to go ahead and put the R in here since we've already been talking about it. Here's the R. So when we hear these for, I use the lowercase for these. So we're going to go through them. Ta. Now try not to say ta, ta. Remember, we're going to try to say it like Hindi speakers. So ta, ta, da, dha, na, ra, 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 ra. Like a Spanish R, rrr, but usually it's not rolled, we call it flapped. Ra, ra, ra. So now let's learn how to make these, okay? So first let's make this T. I'm going to come down. Right in the middle, I'm going to come out and then around like that. Da, da. You say it? This is the ta, da, da, da. So down, almost to the middle, come out and back down. Almost like a chair, like an IKEA chair or something, right? Cap it off. Da. Okay? Now, we're going to do the ta, and this, remember when I said we made the ah, like this? And notice the line is here, but not here? That's because this breaks that top line. That 3 mark breaks the top line. That's our ah, right? Same thing for the ta. We're going to start here. And this one's really fun, okay? Start here and make a little loop around like this. Make a little loop around. Come here and hit a point. Bring it back like a weird Y. Up, like that. And then you're going to make that top line right there. Notice how it broke the line? It broke the line. Okay, so again, starting here, let's see if I'm to the side enough. Starting here, I'm going to come around, come out and stop, come back, come up and down, and cap it. This is where that will start from there. And if I'm writing something before it, the line will break right before this. Okay, this actually breaks the top line, and that's the ta, ta. Okay, takahum, me takahum. Me, this means I'm tired. Daka, oops. Me, remember our me. Taka, taka, hear that ha, 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 taka, hum. All right, next to the D. It's almost going to look like the aspirated version of the da, da. It's almost going to look like that. So we come down, we think of our top line here. We make a little drop down line. We're going to make this D and through like that. Remember the aspirated retroflex D was like this, right? It just stayed like that. It didn't break through. That's a da, da, right? This one's just going to loop, and we're going to make our top line. So again, make our little drop down, loop, and through, and cap it. Da, 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 da. Very soft. Okay? Now, the aspirated da. Again, it's going to break that top line. Just like with the T, I started from here and went that way. With the D, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to start here and loop around like this. See how I started and I looped around like this? And I'm going to come and I'm going to kind of make a backwards E. Like that. Da, da. Again, start here, loop around, make my E up, and see how the line would start right here. When you say the Buddha's name Siddhartha, Siddhartha, it's possible it's D and then DH, but I'm just going to write it like this. Remember, I have to think in sound packets. Notice the word I said, Siddhartha, not Siddhartha, Sid. What's the significance of the I when it's in the word after a consonant? It comes before the consonant, right? So I have to think Si. I have to think in these sound packets. Si. Oops. Si. Dar. Yeah, I think it's... Oh, it has both. Great. Siddhartha. Siddhartha. It might be like that, or it might be like this. Si. With the D hanging down for a minute. It's possible it's like this, where the D and the dha are going to come together. It's possible it's like that. And it's possible the R is out here, and then the T here. So now, looking at this, we see the dha, right? And it breaks that line. And we see the ta, and it breaks that line, right? The only thing we don't know is sometimes it's actually two Ds. It's this D followed by the aspirated D. This happens a lot. Like when you write acha, which means good, you write and then you make one of the chas, and then you make the aspirated cha on top of it. Acha. It's actually two of those together. Acha. Ach. And then cha. Okay, it could be that it's doing the same thing here, but otherwise it would be sit, tar, ta. The R is actually up here when it's connected. Ta. See how the da and ta are there. Now, when you read Siddhartha, you would actually know how to say it right. You would, and the Buddha is like this. Ba, da, and then this is connected. This is how I connect the D with the da. That's how you say Buddha. Buddha. It's actually Bud. The two consonants together hold Buddha. Buddha. So you're learning a lot of things today. And we just need the N, which we've met before. I'm going to really have to edit this. I went long. The N, I'm going to make a little loop, and so I'm going to come down with my line, and now I'm going to make a little loop like this and go into my line and cap it. N. So let's do it again. Line down, loop, and hit. That's my N. N, okay? So we've got our N, and just let's do the R as well. Come down. I'm gonna, come down, and I'm gonna quickly hook over like this. You see that hook? And straight down and cap it. That's the ra, 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 right? Or ra, 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 but in Hindi, ra, ra, ra. So again, come down and over like a hook and straight down and cap it. That's my R. Okay, so we've got N, R, da, ta, ta, ta. Got them all. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time. All right. Bye.